Hi and welcome back to the layout. In this week's video we're going to show you a background scene and scene that I am real excited to have on the layout. A great scene when you first walk into the train room, and as you can see in the intro here, looks amazing with trains going across the bridges and the rest of the scene. So we're going to go ahead and show you that in depth in this video. Hope you enjoy. So here we are at the scene you saw in the intro. So this scene is located right in the front of the train room, and based on the layout, this is East Arley as seen down at the label here. So this is east of the signal bridge that further down the track that you saw last week. This is a location we like to call the twin bridges because these two bridges right here, that's actually labeled that as well. But what I really want to show you guys is the background and a real in-depth look at the scene here. So like I said, right when you walk into the train room, this is the first thing you see, which I think is a really cool touch. This was mainly made as an experiment to see how the backdrop would work, and I decided to add all the ballast and everything in the farm to it, and it ended up looking like a really amazing scene. As you can see, after this scene, it goes into the town, so and on the other side, it comes from the signal bridge area, so definitely a really cool scenes after this one as well. So the layout is starting to come along with the three different parts, but you'll see that on the layout update, which will be in 2 weeks from today. The next week's video, not next week's video, but the video after that will be a layout update, December layout update. So anyways, I'm just going to go down the scene here and show you guys everything. I'm going to start here at the Marty Phelps Memorial Park. For those of you that don't know who that is, if you've ever gone to the Medina Railroad Museum in Medina, New York, it's located near Rochester. The Falls Road Railroad operates by it, so that's how it's an Alco railway, and they do excursions. So it's somewhat popular for that, but amazing layout. Great family friend of ours. Unfortunately, he died a few years back from cancer, and he was really one of the main people that helped me get into HO model trains and gave me a lot of suggestions with companies and types of cars and track to get. He started the same way I did, and his layout is pretty amazing. So if you ever have the chance to go to Medina, New York, I'll leave the link for the website for the Medina Railroad Museum in the description. But if you ever have the chance to go to Medina, New York, and you're ever in that area, please check that out. And it's really an amazing layout. The layout itself is modeled after at least, I want to say the 60s, so it's 60s, 70s, so it's a very interesting layout. Amazing to watch, and just overall a great experience for kids and everything. So definitely check that out if you ever get the chance. But so we named this park after him right here, and you can see it says Marty Phelps Memorial Park, and it's trackside. And then as well as right there is that was actually my first HO locomotive. It doesn't run, but I hope to get it running at some point. You can get a DCC chip in there so I can get it sounded, but for now it looks really great trackside. And then we also have this cool caboose sitting here in the park, as well as a little watching platform and benches. Those guys are watching the trains go by. And then of course the view here is really cool of the twin bridges. So moving on this way, we have some trees here that I have yet to install. That's why they're on the board here. I'll install them into the table later on. But for temporary with trees, that's what we like to do, is put them on a board there so we can station them and see how they're going to look. But getting into the twin bridges right here, these are both actually O-scale bridges that I bought from a local hobby shop called Highland Hobby. If you've seen my O-scale videos, you'll notice we have a replica of it with the flashing light on the O-scale layout. But these look really good. A lot of the time O-scale stuff will work for HO stuff because of the size. Is just a little bigger and way more noticeable. And these, although they're not exactly in scale with the rest of the buildings and the backdrop, they do look really amazing at this scene when you come downstairs right past the park. So trains come through here, and as you can see, there's two tracks in this scene of the layout. This is where track 1 and 2 meet. And one thing I need to mention is in the background with the crossbucks, that is track 2, In the foreground is track 1. So track 1, like I said, is mainly the main track of the layout, with the longest run, and goes all the way around the layout, and is going to be expanded at some point and goes through the S-curve, and really has no switches other than the crossovers, so it's nice to not have to worry about switches to a line and just let trains run for a while on track 1. And then track 2 is the yard, goes through the yard and all that, so trains that are exiting the yard will exit on track 2, then cross over onto track 1, but I'll get more in depth with that in the layout tour and layout update. But next, what I'm going to get into here is the scene right here with the farm. This is actually, I might add a little more to make it look a little more realistic, but this is construction paper. How I do my ballast is I put construction paper down and then put the ballast on top of it if I'm doing a road like this. I have a whole nother section on the layout that I have yet to finish. But anyways, it works out well. I know a lot of people do it other ways, but for me it works out real well. So getting into a little more in depth here, we have this house with funny story behind that red car. It was my favorite toy car, model car, whatever you want to call it. When I was a little kid, I used to push it around my house floor for hours. So I knew it needed a special place on the layout, and it gets its own house at the farmhouse there. And then right here we have the cross bucks, and I want to work on the crossing a little more here and make it a little more realistic appearing. And the hay bales in the truck there, as well as the barn here with the hay tower, as well as the hay bales. And then eventually I want to get a silo for here, but for now that's really, that's pretty good. I like the water tower, how it looks there. So for now that's pretty good. And over there I got a bunch of trees, but that'll be more in the layout update. And then even a little tractor right here, as well as a pickup truck off-roading right here. So to get, so about the background, a lot of people are going to ask about that, where I got the background. I got the background from, the guy's name is, it's a company, really nice guy, highly recommend him. My dad talked to him a lot. He's based out of Pennsylvania. His company is simply just realistic backgrounds, and he does a really great job. Not expensive at all, and he said that my dad chatted with him, or my dad said he chatted with him a lot, and he was a great guy, so highly recommend him. Shout out to him. And if you're looking for backgrounds, highly recommend, I'll leave a link to his website. Going to his website, giving him a call, emailing, however so you'd like to do that. The last thing I want to get into here is just one other thing about the bridges. We used to have a silver bridge here that when we first built the layout, and I'll include a clip right here, or I'm sorry, I'll include a picture right here of that. So that photo was taken when we first started building this new layout, and really didn't look right. And I saw that at the hobby shop when I went later on to pick up some other things, that he had one for 20 bucks exactly like that one. So I bought them to match. The only thing that they don't match with is there used to be a light on top of here. I got to get rid of that little stub there so it doesn't look completely ridiculous. But for now, it's definitely a really cool scene right here when you first walk in, as I said in the beginning of the video. Well, that's going to just about wrap up this week's video, guys. I'm not sure what next week's is going to be, but the week after that is going to be a layout update. So stay tuned for more videos, and thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. And I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and Christmas is right around the corner. So hope everybody has a great few weeks. Until then, I'll see you guys next week.